Have you ever felt the heavy burden of debt weighing on your shoulders? Ever wished for a practical yet powerful way to escape it? Then this is the video you need to watch. In this video, we're looking at Escape Debt Fast, Stoicism's top 5 money strategies. These are not just any strategies, but ones influenced by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy practiced by some of the world's greatest minds. We'll guide you step by step through practical money management tactics, from creating a budget to building an emergency fund. We'll show you how to prioritize your debts so you can pay them back faster, and provide tips for mindful spending that could revolutionize your approach to money. Why should you watch this? Because financial freedom isn't just about having more money. It's about having peace of mind, about escaping the stress and anxiety that comes with debt. It's about reclaiming control over your life situation. And remember, this isn't just about escaping debt. It's about adopting a stoic approach towards money, which can have far-reaching impacts on all aspects of your life, from your relationships to your mental health. So, if you're ready to change your financial future and live a life free from the chains of debt, stick around. This might just be the most important video you'll watch all year. Strategy 1. Make a budget and stick to it. Now, this may seem like a simple strategy, but trust me, it's easier said than done, and it's where most people falter. A budget is not just a piece of paper or a spreadsheet with numbers. It's a blueprint of your financial life. It shows you where your money comes from, where it's going, and how much is left over. Having a clear budget is like having a roadmap to financial freedom. The first step to creating a budget is assessment. You need to have a clear understanding of your current financial situation. How much do you earn? How much do you spend? What are your recurring expenses? Take a deep dive into your financial habits, scrutinize your bank statements, track your expenses, and understand where every penny goes. The second step is planning. Once you have a clear picture of your current financial situation, you can create a budget that suits your needs. Allocate funds for all your expenses, including rent or mortgage, groceries, utilities, and debt repayments. Remember to set aside money for savings and emergencies. Now comes the most challenging part. Discipline. Can you stick to your budget? Can you resist the temptation to splurge on unnecessary items? This is where the principles of Stoicism come into play: self-control, endurance, and resilience. Remember, a budget is not set in stone. It's a fluid document that changes as your financial circumstances change. However, the principle remains the same: spend less than you earn, save more, and pay off your debts. So, strategy 1 is all about creating a budget and sticking to it. It's about taking control of your money instead of letting it control you. It's about making conscious, deliberate financial decisions that will lead you to financial freedom. Does it seem daunting? Sure, but remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that first step is making a budget. So let's get started on your journey towards financial freedom today. Strategy 2. Prioritize your debts. Once you have a clear picture of your current financial situation and a detailed budget in place, it's time to tackle the mountain that is your debt. This can often feel overwhelming, especially if you owe money to multiple lenders. But remember, every mountain can be climbed one step at a time, and the same applies to your debts. The first step in this strategy is listing. Take a comprehensive look at all your debts, from credit card balances to student loans to car payments. Write it all down, including the amount owed, the interest rate, and the minimum monthly payment. This will not only give you a clear overview of your total debt, but will help you understand which debts are costing you the most in interest. The second step is tackling. Now that you have your list, start by tackling the debt with the highest interest rate first, while continuing to make the minimum payments on your other debts. This method is often referred to as the avalanche method, and it can save you a significant amount in interest over time. The final step is consistency. Consistently pay off your debts, starting with the highest interest rate and working your way down. This requires discipline and commitment, but remember, The goal is to escape debt fast and secure your financial future. Strategy 2. Prioritizing your debts is crucial in your journey towards financial freedom. It's about taking control of your debts instead of letting them control you. It's about understanding the true cost of your debts and making smart decisions to minimize their impact on your financial future. Debt can feel like a heavy weight, but by prioritizing and systematically paying off your debts, you can lighten the load, one payment at a time. So, let's pick up the shovel and start digging your way out of debt today. Strategy 3. Reduce expenses and increase income. Conquering your debt isn't just about paying it off, it's also about preventing it from growing. This strategy is all about achieving a fine balance between what's coming in and what's going out. The first element of this strategy involves cutting back. Take a hard look at your expenses. Are there any non-essential items or services you can live without? Perhaps you can cut back on luxury items, skip that expensive coffee, or cancel some unused subscriptions. Live within your means to facilitate a seamless debt repayment process. Remember, these cutbacks are not forever, only until your financial health is restored. The second element of this strategy is all about increasing income. Are there any additional sources of income you can tap into? Perhaps you have a skill or hobby that you can monetize, or you could consider part-time or freelance work. The goal here is to create a wider financial margin for yourself. The final element of this strategy is reinvesting your extra income. Any additional income you make should be used to pay off your debt faster. This is not the time to further increase your spending, but the time to get serious about your financial future. Strategy 3. Reducing expenses and increasing income is about taking control of your financial situation. It's about making choices that benefit you in the long run and not just in the moment. It's about understanding and acknowledging that financial freedom is more important than materialistic possessions. So, let's take action today. Let's cut back our expenses, increase our income, and reinvest the extra to overcome our debts. Remember, you have the power to change your financial situation, so let's make those changes today. Strategy 4. Build an emergency fund. In this journey to financial freedom, it's important to expect and prepare for the unexpected. That's where the notion of building an emergency fund comes into play. The first step in this strategy is to understand the importance of an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable and often comes with hidden financial surprises. These could be in the form of unexpected medical expenses, sudden car repairs, or even job loss. These unexpected costs can derail your efforts to get out of debt if you're not prepared. That's why having an emergency fund is crucial for maintaining financial stability and peace of mind. Next, we need to focus on saving. Start with a small, achievable goal. This might be as minimal as $500 or as much as 3 months of living expenses. Gradually, aim to save enough to cover several months of expenses. While this might seem daunting, remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The third element of this strategy underlines discipline. Consistently contribute to this fund, even if it's a small amount every month. Remember, this fund is for emergencies only. Resist the temptation to dip into it for everyday expenses. In conclusion, Strategy 4, build an emergency fund, is an essential part of your journey to financial freedom. It's about being prepared for life's financial surprises so they don't derail your efforts to escape debt. It's about practicing discipline and exercising financial responsibility. Before we move on, please remember to hit that subscribe button for more practical financial strategies. Let's build our financial future together, one step at a time. Strategy 5. Practice mindful spending. This strategy calls for a shift in how we perceive and interact with our finances. Our first focus is awareness. To practice mindful spending, we must first become aware of our spending habits. This involves tracking where our money goes and identifying areas where we might be overspending. This could be as simple as writing down each purchase or as sophisticated as using a budgeting app. Mindful spending also requires us to distinguish between wants and needs. We all have desires for things that are not essential for our survival or even our happiness. Recognizing this distinction can drastically reduce our expenses and accelerate our journey to financial freedom. The second element in this strategy is mindfulness. Every time we're about to make a purchase, we must pause and reflect. Is this purchase necessary? Does it align with my financial goals? Is there a less expensive alternative? By asking ourselves these questions, we can make more informed, less impulsive buying decisions. The last but perhaps most important part of this strategy is satisfaction. Stoicism teaches us to derive satisfaction from what we already have. By appreciating the value of our possessions and experiences, we can resist the consumerist impulse to constantly want more. In conclusion, Strategy 5. Practice. Mindful spending is not just about saving money, but also about cultivating a healthier, more fulfilling relationship with our finances. It's about being conscious of our spending habits, making informed decisions, and finding satisfaction in what we already have. Remember to hit that subscribe button as we continue to explore more strategies that can help you on your journey to financial freedom. Let's embark on this path together, practicing mindfulness at every step.